Welcome back to this special edition of Hannity, Justice in America. Now the Democrats continue to stoop to new lows in smearing President Trump and Attorney General William Barr, recklessly calling for impeachment, even jail time, all while fueling chaos across Capitol Hill. Take a look.
You know, what I think is important is to recognize that 10 million people said that we need to hold this president accountable. I think that speaks volumes.
Like my friend Reggie said, the impeachable process was created for someone like President Donald Trump.
I say that we have a duty, a responsibility, and an obligation under the Constitution of the United States of America to do our duty. We must impeach. Let the Senate do what they may. We have to do what we must.
Now, I will say, having obstructed the Justice Department, the investigation, and now obstructing Congress, the case for impeachment gains weight.
To ensure that we get that report, because we have lawful responsibilities, constitutional responsibilities to engage in, one of which is possibly impeachment. How can we impeach without getting the documents?
And like clockwork, the media is doing the Democrats' bidding along the way. Here's just a small sample. Take a look.
You're defending the most corrupt attorney general, I mean, since John Mitchell. Like, it's bad. Your article is going to look extraordinarily stupid, and you're going to look like, well, a sycophant. It's really embarrassing.
Joining me now for reaction, Fox News contributor Rachel Campos-Duffy and Trump 2020 National Press Secretary Kayleigh McEnany. Thank you both for joining us. Rachel, I want to start with you. The topic here, the special, is Justice in America. Mueller does a report. The Attorney General puts it out with everything except what's he's supposed to, prohibited by law, and they want to hold him in contempt. They want him to go to jail, essentially. They might impeach the president. Is that justice in America?
It's not. And, you had Joe Scarborough there saying that that the Republicans look incredibly stupid. Well, the Democrats are going to look not only incredibly stupid, but incredibly corrupt when Barr gets to the bottom of how this investigation started, because we know that the dossier was dirty. We know that was used to spy on the Trump campaign. And now we're hearing that the FBI knew that it was dirty before they gave it to the FISA judges. So this is very serious stuff. And I think part of this is not just to sully the president and make it look like he's hiding something, because they're still clinging to this collusion and obstruction stuff, but also to sully Barr, because they know something's coming out. And it's not just what's happening at the FBI or the corruption at the FBI. This goes all the way to the top. This goes all the way to Obama, Biden, Valerie Jarrett, the White House. That's what they're really worried about.
Rachel, I think you're right. I think they are so worried about the Inspector General report and what Attorney General Barr is coming with. But, Kayleigh, we had Adam Schiff. He's on the cover of Newsweek, for goodness sake. And he's out there saying that it gained weight. The idea of impeachment gained weight. Are you kidding me? This guy shouldn't even have a security clearance. I can't believe he's even in Congress, the way he told the American people for 2 years what the Mueller report was going to report, and then it didn't.
Right. And this is the guy who said he had ample evidence of collusion. We've yet to see that, and we've yet to see him held to account. Absolutely laughable, the notion of impeachment. That montage of clips you played, also laughable, because Democrats are out there saying, oh, President Trump is goading impeachment. What an absurd assertion. The only ones goading impeachment are the very Democrats that you saw say impeachment over and over and over again. It's absurd. The American people know it. It's why 65% oppose impeachment, according to Harvard-Harris. So they're going to go down this road, and they're going to do so at their own detriment as we approach the 2020 election, and Trump has so many great results to sell, and all they have is investigations that are meritless.
Earlier in the show, Trey Gowdy said that one of his biggest disappointments in his 8 years in Congress is the way that the national media treated the imbalance. I mean, they looked at Republicans and treated them totally different than Democrats. Rachel, what's your take on how the national media is covering this story and the reaction of how Barr has handled this Mueller report?
Absolutely proof that the media is in the tank with the Democrats. Their bias is on display. But Kayleigh hits a really good point. I mean, if you think back, Jason, to the midterms, They weren't talking about impeachment at all. They were focused on issues, and that's why I think they won. But now they're back to impeachment, and I think this is very risky because it is going to certainly rev up their base, and it's also revving up and angering the Republican base. But what's left is the swing voters in the states like Pennsylvania and Wisconsin and Ohio, places where the president has absolutely delivered on jobs, on the economy. We're energy independent. We're so strong. We're finally, after decades, taking on China, these giant cheaters. And we couldn't do that if we weren't in the strong economic position we are right now. So this is a time for the country to unite. The American people know that. We're stronger fighting China on these tariffs when we're united and they see the Democrats focus on this. And when the elections come along, Jason, they're going to go, especially these swing voters, they're going to look at the Democrats and say, what have they done for me? Stupid investigations that they said Mueller was the final word. The final word comes out, and now they're going to keep going. Or Donald Trump, who has delivered in spades to every promise he's made.
Kayleigh, impeachment in contempt, is that the winning message for America? Real quick, we've only got about 20 seconds left.
Absolutely not. Look, I go to all the president's rallies. 75% of the registrants for our El Paso rally were Democrats or swing voters. That's amazing. When I talk to them in the lines, they talk about health care. They talk about the economy. They talk about the issues. Impeachment is last on their radar.
No, I think you're absolutely right. Kayleigh and Rachel, thank you very much for joining us tonight. We do appreciate it.